Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here, your source for gaming, tech, emulation, and open source news. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, I've got some more information about the yet-to-be-released flash cart for the Nintendo Switch. Apparently it's called the MIG Switch, and the website is migswitch.com. I'll drop a link to it in the description below in the event that you wanted to possibly check it out and learn more. Now, this website says the flash cart will work with all Nintendo Switch versions, regardless of the type or firmware, and that it's simply plug and play. It leads me to believe that this isn't something Nintendo can easily patch out. On the Backup Your Games tab, it says to make a complete ROM dump, you must select and dump the following 5 files: the game card image, the game card certificate, the game card initial data, the game card ID set, and the game card UID. And this makes me believe the Switch will have a very hard time distinguishing an actual game versus this flash cart. However, using this method, I can foresee some possible big problems for people who simply download Switch games off the internet. If someone were to possibly download a Switch game off the internet and slap it on the MIG Switch cart here, and then connect that Switch to the internet, I've got a hunch Nintendo will be able to tell that that game is pirated and possibly cause some issues for the person downloading that game and trying to use it. So based on what I'm reading here and what I understand, if someone is using a MIG Switch flash cart, it's probably beneficial to never have that Switch connected to the internet ever again. Possibly remove it from every single network it's ever been connected to, or throwing it into airplane mode and never turning it off. Unfortunately, at this point in time, there's no set price on these devices just yet. And it doesn't appear they are selling them from this website, and they're going the distributor route, so possibly AliExpress and other places. And they say they're starting to ship to distributors in January of next year, with full availability in March or April. So I'm assuming stock is going to be pretty limited at first, and prices might be a little bit higher until March or April. I am very curious to see how these things are going to actually work. I'm very curious to see some reviews for them, and I'm very curious to know more. As soon as I know more about these, you'll know more. Next up, we're talking about a brand new indie game called Sellsword, who just released their demo reveal trailer. I'll drop a link to it in the description below. This game is currently under development, but there is a demo available on GitHub, and it's available for both PC and Android. Sellsword is intended to be a fast-paced hack-and-slash 2D pixel platformer. And if we take a look on GitHub here, it's under the creator of Kimchi. Now, Kimchi is well known in the Android community, especially when it comes to emulation, especially when it comes to custom drivers. Kimchi owns the repository that hosts a whole bunch of custom Snapdragon GPU drivers. I'm a fan of the overall concept of this game. I'm a big fan of the art style and the story, and I hope this game shapes up extremely well. I mean, the demo is extremely promising. If you're interested, I'll drop links to absolutely everything in the description below. And on top of that, if you're on Discord, I recommend joining their Discord. You may have a hand in shaping this game and providing some very valuable feedback. Moving on, and we're talking about PlayStation 5 Game Dumping, and Lightning Mods has just released items flow for the PS5. It's currently a work in progress and might get more features and updates depending on the amount of support shown for the app. Key features included in this brand new version of Items Flow include PS5 apps, a game dumper, an internal PKG installer, MP3 playback, and even more. If you are curious about this one, I'll drop a link to the tweet in the description below and feel free to check it out. Items Flow is free and open source. On top of that, Modded Warfare already has a tutorial on YouTube, and I'll drop a link to this video in the description below as well. And last up here, we're quickly talking about iMessage, and it turns out that iMessage wasn't near as secure as a lot of people thought it was. There was a pretty serious and sophisticated exploit that existed between 2019 and 2022. It was finally patched out as of iOS version 16.2. This huge vulnerability is exploited by the attacker sending a malicious iMessage attachment, which is processed by the application without letting the end user know. It then turns into remote code execution and ends up with spyware. If you wanted to read more about this, it's highly educational and very interesting, and I'll drop a link to the article in the description below. So if you've got an iPhone with an outdated version of iOS, you may want to consider updating to make sure you've got the latest security features. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. Let me know your thoughts about anything we talked about today in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate, save your state.